Hi, this is Dale, and got another tutorial for you. So this tutorial is about tracing, and the first thing you need to know is how to import a tracing um, picture. So we're going to do that right now. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new reference layer, and the reference layer gets added to the current cell, active cell. And if you click over here, you get new cell, new reference layer, and etc. Because you're on the cell. What you need to do is click over here, and you can either load image sequence, or clear image. So I'm going to load an image off my desktop. Okay, and it's a really bad picture. And take a few seconds. Now you can barely see it. Okay, and one of the problems I have is I don't like working in this 300 by 300 format. So first thing I want to do is I want to brighten up the image so we can see it. With the space bar, you press the space bar to get the hand tool, and as you can see, it's just a cheesy image. Um, so let's go to canvas size, and I want to go to fit the camera, and OK. Oops. Now what happened was I cut my image off. So I still want to keep the canvas ratio, but I want my image back. So what I'm going to do is go back in on canvas size, and I'm going to pump this up to 4,000. Okay, and I'm going to keep my aspect ratio. Okay, so now I have my canvas aspect ratio, and I have my image fitting inside that aspect ratio. Of course, when I export, okay, I'm going to export the images, and I'm going to reduce them, okay, with some other programs. So let's get to work here on tracing this now. And as you can see, the slider here lets you almost make it invisible or give a nice hard tracing image. Because it's so lightly drawn, I need to do that. Next thing I'm going to do is add a new cell. Okay, and I'm going to go into the tracing layer. And you have tools over here. You have the pen tool or drawing tool. You have a single curve tool and a curve tool. Okay, my advice, now this is personal advice, okay, this is the way I deal with tracing vectors, whether it be this program or Anime Studio. Okay, I dump my Wacom tablet. I don't use it. Okay, very good reason why I don't use it is because you cannot get the control you can with a mouse. Okay, simply it just ain't the same. So what I'm going to do is I've got my space bar, and I'm going to zoom in on the hair, and I'm going to trace that. And I'm going to use the curve tool. And normally what I do is I start at the very top, and I work my way around, and I'm just dragging the mouse and clicking it. As I get really close to a sharp corner, I make more points. Then for long lines, I don't. Here's a nice long line, but it's curving a little bit up high. So I'm going to add a few points in the center. I'm going to back this up a little bit. And let me zoom in so you can see this in action. And hit the space bar tool. And space bar tool again. And I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. And I'm going to make a connection by double clicking. Now let's zoom out. And I've got a fillable I got a fillable shape here. And I'm going to fill it with yellow. Now, a word of warning. Hey, if you stay with the same layer and you try to draw the face in, let me just do a quick thing here. I'm going to draw. Notice the masking. So let me undo that. Okay. And ideally, I'm going to add a new drawing layer. Okay. And then this drawing layer is on top of the other drawing layer. Let me get a... Oops, see, now I got to be careful on this. I just changed the line color. I want to go over here and change the fill color. I want to keep the line colors black. And I'm going to do a nice tracing here. And I can move the head back just a little bit. And I'm just going to give a rough trace. Let's pull this down a little bit. Every time you see the hand come in, that's the pressing the space bar. And again, I get this masking. Okay. And if I hit it with a fill tool, it covers it. Okay, that's because layer 2 is on top of layer 1. So let's switch it around. But you can see, even though this is here, this line is showing up. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add a new cell. Okay, and I'm going to take layer 1, which was the hair. Oh, by the way, if you double click, you can change the labels to HAIR, hair. So now let me move this up to layer 2. And of course my fill goes away. Okay. But let me hide this. Let me go back to the yellow. Okay. Okay. And there we go. So now I got the face layer and the hair layer, and of course the hair layer is now on top of the face layer. And if I can go to hide it, and I can also hide the reference layer. Now, so that's basically the drawing method I use. There's more to it than this, but this is a good starting point. Oops. And that's all I wanted to cover. Thanks for watching.